right, we had a really good day 16, but now it is time to get going on day 17. I mean, hey, maybe it will be just as good. But even if not, even if it's only half as long and half as good as day 16, that'll still be awesome. But we learned a lot in day 16, so I'm going to be taking a lot of notes. I'm going to be going a bit slower through the rooms today because I need to look at the pictures and determine the one letter difference between the pictures and fill in my blueprint grid in my notebook to try to work out the message left behind by my granduncle, Baron Herbert Sinclair. Alrighty, let's do it. Helps if I turn the speakers on so I can hear the game. All right. All right. So this is where it was an ace and a face card, and then difference between face and ace is an F, and so this entryway is an F. Okay, we're gonna go outside. We're gonna do our outer room for the day. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at other features. How are you all doing today? Are you done with your blueprints journey? Have you not begun? If you've not begun and you're watching this and you've been getting all the spoilers, and then when you go to play the game, you just breeze right through it because all the thinking's been solved for you. Shame on you then. No, really play the game however you like, however you enjoy. It's your time, your money, but more importantly your time. So play however you like. But I'm presuming that most people who are watching this are in the midst of playing themselves or have already played. So that being the case, how is my playthrough comparing to yours? We have not done a root cellar. I mean, I really like the hovel, but we've passed on the root cellar every time, so we have not learned the new thing. But this is more likely to contain dig spots today. We're not more likely to get a shovel, but but also what else is in the root cellar. So we're gonna find out. Oh, look at all those dig spots. But are you going to give me a shovel? No. At least not immediately, not right now. Excuse me, is there anything else to learn? Is there a valve somewhere? We're still looking for another valve to light the change the gas power to light the fourth light on our lookout. Ooh, here we go. So we have the family tree and we have Mary Epson. Sinclair. And Epson. Then we have Simon H. Sinclair and Clara. Yes, I am writing down the family tree. Bear with me. We have over here Lionel Epson. Lady Ashlyn. Over here we have Baron Sinclair and Herbert Sinclair are not the same person. Oh, okay. I've been thinking they were the same person. Apparently they are not. So Baron is not a title or a nickname. It is his actual name. Oh, no. Well, Baron is the title of Thomas Sinclair. He's Baron Sinclair and then Baroness. But so Baron is his title, but it's the title of Thomas Sinclair. It's not the title of Herbert Sinclair, my granduncle. Okay. Her name is harder for me to read. A-U, wait a minute. A-U-R-A-V-E-I? Okay. And then there's maybe another fragment over here. Maybe there's more, like maybe there's someone else over here, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like there's probably someone else over here at the very least that we are missing. Alrighty. I think that's about all we're gonna get from here. Excuse me. All right. I'd really like to find some sort of torch or light and go down in that tunnel with all those boxes and explore that area, but so far they've not given me a light that I can, like, you know, there's been lanterns and things, but not ones that I can pick up. All right. So we'll do the hallway to begin with, get ourselves a key, and we're gonna look at the pictures. First of all, yeah, let's grab the key. And then this might be pray and this might be pry. Because it's like you're using a crowbar and you're using rosary. So is it an A? I mean, I would call that a crowbar, but is it also called a pry bar? Alexa, what is a pry bar? Alexa, stop. That's not what I asked. Alexa, what is a pry bar?
A pry bar is a versatile hand tool used for leveling, lifting, and pulling objects apart. It's typically a long, flat metal bar with a curved end, often used to remove nails or force things open.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard Alexa, but she was basically her her description of a pry bar matched what I would call a crowbar. So I think what that hand is holding is being considered a pry bar. So you have hands praying with rosary beads, and then you have a hand holding a pry bar. So I think it's pray versus pry, and I think the difference is the letter A. So that is what I'm written in my grid for the moment. But I'm going to put a question mark next to it because I'm not entirely certain. Okay. And then we're going to continue this way for now. Parlor's good. Get a key, get some gems. Got to remember to, where are the pictures? Oh, there's the pictures. Got to remember to look at the pictures. Okay. So before we solve the logic puzzle, let's look at the pictures. So we've got is that flan or some sort of dessert? Are these dunes? Oh, no. I was making it harder than it needs to be. Okay, this is desert, and this is dessert, and the difference is an S. I'm like, dunes and flan, and no, it's just desert and dessert. Difference is an S. Okay. Now we'll go over here, and every box is black. That's false. Every box contains gems. That's false. So this must be true. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. Okay, so this is a true statement. So, well, changing every to this would not make this true. This would continue to be false. This has to be true. And this says the statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you change the word every. So this one says every box contains gems. If we change this to this box contains gems would be true. So the gems must be in this box here. Boom. Well, okay, got a key, get some gems, time to get some coins. Get our coins, eat our apple, look at our pictures. That's a plane and that's a plan, right? Plan and plane. Playing and playing. The difference is in E. And look, it even shows the E goes right here. They gave that one to us. E. We'll go this way because I don't want to block off our access here. We're trying to zigzag around. Having a bedroom is not the worst. We might end up with more bedroom benefits later in the day, and this doesn't cost us any steps because it gave us 2 steps. Oh, a reroll die. Yes, please. We are right here, and what is that? That's like stairwell and so stars and stairs. That's an I. Stairs, stars. It's like Sesame Street. Stairs, stars. Alrighty, moving on. Yeah, we'll do we'll spend one of our gems here because I don't want a dead end. And spare room is useless and I don't think has any pictures in it anyway, so. More dig spots we really, oh, metal detector, nice. Now if we get now maybe we can get the commissary and buy a shovel. Last several times we've requested items, like special orders, we've requested a shovel, right? So if we get a commissary, it ought to sell us a shovel. But while I'm here, are there pictures? I am not seeing any pictures. All right, so. Let me, one. How many dig spots are here? 1, 2. Alrighty. Let's go back over here. Dead end, dead end. commissary, that would dead end us. But, okay, so we have no, unless we redraw, we will be dead ending here. And then we'd have to go through the foundation and back around to get over here, maybe. I don't want to spend a redraw rate now. I could spend my last gem and get the commissary. Yeah, let's see if we can buy a shovel. Oh, and it has a dig spot. Oh, yeah, get some extra coins. And there we go. We can buy a shovel. We shall buy a shovel. And then if we could get a workshop, we could combine our metal detector with our shovel. Well, while we are here, we're going to dig this up. Okay. And while we are here, we're going to look at these pictures. Crow, row. See, with, this is with an R, without an R. Crow, row. Summer Street lesson again. Crow with an R. Row without an R. They had these clues everywhere. They they had this with, without. I didn't get it. They had in the classrooms, can you spot the difference? I didn't get it. They had on every time they had the plan, they had that E in the corner there. I didn't get it. They were telling us about the significance of the pictures, and I was just going right over my head until I found a note that like just spelled it out. Until we got to the study, and it just like laid it out and said, "This is what we're doing." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm dense." But right now, we will write down our R. All right, we have to come back through here, and I'm going to go ahead and dig spots, even though I haven't combined. One moment. Even though I have not yet combined the metal detector with the shovel using workshop, I don't want to necessarily retrace all my steps to do that, so we're just going to dig, as is. But we might find a workshop before we go back to, we'll try to save some steps to go back to the root cellar and do all that digging. But we won't run back there right now in case we do get a workshop between now and, sometime soon. But now we'll move over this way and try to connect up to the foundation that we will, and let us pass through that way. But we're out of gems, so. And I do not have enough coins to buy a gem at the commissary. I'm one coin short, but we have a metal detector, so hopefully we'll run across some more coins along the way. And then come back to the commissary. All right. would dead end us? Will dead end us? It would give us a gem, 10 coin, key and all that. It gives us a couple items. I do not have 2 gems, so I can't do the ballroom right now. So I guess I'll go ahead and do the storeroom, and then we'll just have to like hope that we can go this way. I guess. Oh, we have like a gem, a key. Okay, and then this is so in the storeroom we have a fishing rod and a road and rod. So I'm going to say that's an A. Road and rod. I'm not 100% on that. I'm going to put another question mark next to my A just in case. But I do think it's a fishing rod, so it's rod and then that's a road between the trees. Yeah, I think that's what's significant is the road and rod. So that would be an A. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the commissary because I'm close to it. And we have 12 coins. Oh, they're not letting us buy. Oops, they're not letting us buy gems today. Oh, okay. Compass is good. Salt shaker, whenever we find food, we would get extra steps. But I want to save my coins because we might find a kitchen and buy food or come back and buy a sledgehammer. I don't like having only a single gem, but now we have to come back all the way through here and hope that we can get up over here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this room because it will lead here and it might be a dead end or whatever, but we don't necessarily want to come back here and then come back here. This would dead end us. This would dead end us. Spare room. So all 3 of these would dead end us. I don't want to redraw right now. This gives us a key and it would let us do the library, except it won't. It won't because it's facing the wrong way. I wish I could rotate. I'm not going to spend my gem on the observatory right now. So I'm just going to do this, maybe figure out what pictures go there or what letter, you know, the message is there, and pick up another key. And it looks like there's a spare coin on the ground. And so that's a wedding dress. Wedding dress, and that's a like a footbridge. Huh. Oh, bride versus bridge. So that's a G. I'm going to put a question mark next to it just in case, but I think it's bride. I think the wedding dress, I think that was the, I say wedding dress, but there's a person there. Bride. Bridge. Bridge. Bride. Okay, yeah, and the difference is a G. Okay, so the letter over here is a G. I think that's right. Yeah, because now on rank 2, I've got an EIG and then 2 more letters, so it's probably going to be an HT. So it's probably going to be the word 8, would be my guess. Oh, and the rank above it is an R, and then a room that did not have pictures, and then potentially an A, and then a blank we don't know, and then K. So it might literally just be a 4-letter word rank. So it'd be like rank 8, right? So literally the courtyard not having a picture might be intentional because no letter goes there for the message. It's R space A, and then probably an N K, and then that's just together makes the word rank. It might be what's going on there. So when we run across a room without pictures, that might not be. It might not be the case that we have to come back another day and find and draft a different room that would give us pictures. It might just be the case that that particular space on the whole map, on the whole blueprint, just doesn't get a letter because it's a 4-letter word that day, or 4-letter word instead of 4 or 3-letter word instead of a 5-letter word on that row, on that rank. I'm just guessing. But now we need this to be not a dead end. Den is good. Den is like perfect. Gives us a gem, gives us all the directions we need to go. Den is perfect. Gem and an extra coin. And it's a pine or a tree. Yeah, pine and a pin. This is a pin, and this is a pine. So the difference is E. And so right now on rank 1, I've got SAFE, so like safe. So my guess is it might very well be that this room won't have any pictures because it's again a 4-letter word, just the word safe. That's my guess. I'm not missing any chests or trunks or anything else in this room, I don't think. Okay. I should be writing down what all the chess pieces are, and I haven't been. Oops. I meant to start doing that as well. Let's see. Um, um, we like a billiard room. We like a lab. Billiard room, the reward for the billiard room is a key. The lab will give us the experiment, but it won't cost us a gem. We'll do the lab. So we'll look at, so this is 10. And, oh, I was expecting there not to be any picture here, but I was wrong. What's the other picture? Maybe a picture of 10 and oh, stag and tag. Stag, tag. Oh, makes it S. So the last word would be safes. Okay. 8 safes. Okay, plural for safe is safes. That's fine. That works for me. Okay, now we're here. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So let's set up an experiment. Well, trying to do some digging. So each time I find trash while digging, we could gain a benefit. When you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, we will probably do that at some point. We have a shovel, so we'll be doing some digging, likely. So I like this. And we'll set our dice to 2 because we're kind of squeezed today. So we need some reroll options. More than we need gold today because we can't buy gems with gold. So I'm less inclined for the gold at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we could use money at the kitchen to buy food, but if we lose 10 steps to gain that 20 gold, I don't know how great a return that actually ends up being, right? So we'll do this. We don't yet have an access card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in to the security room. I'm going to remote terminal. I could, well, anyway. I'm going to remote terminal into the security room. And then change my key card settings to fewer key cards and, let us in. Well, view estate inventory, nothing. Okay, cool. And then, well, I guess I could have logged into the office and spread money places, but again, I don't know that money is going to be as helpful at the moment. We're going to set that to low. And we're going to change the offline mode to unlocked. Setting. All right. I'm not necessarily seeing a chess piece here. So there's chess pieces in some rooms, not in others. I'm sure it's significant. But don't know the significance just yet. All right. Oh, humorous. We just remote logged into security and now it gives us the option of security. But it requires a gem and we only have the 1 gem. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do security. It might be a waste of my gem, though. No dig spots. I just logged in here, so I don't need to log in here again just yet. Coin. We're gonna, now, I'm expecting this to be a T because I'm expecting the word across here. This is the word safes, S-A-F-E-S. This is E-I-G, so I'm expecting this to be an H-T to say 8. I expect this is R blank A-N-K for rank. So we're expecting a T here. Oh, car, cart, car, cart. Yeah, so we're going to say T. We have a mine cart, and we have a car. Cart, car. Okay. And I want to come back over here. I want to open this doorway without having to go back all the way over here to open this doorway. So, I do not like being blind. Could do the redraw. No, we're just going to do the 2 items. Oh, sledgehammer. And gem. I like getting the gem. I mean, sledgehammer is not bad either, but... So we've got a bat. Wait a minute. We've got, oh, bath and bat. We are expecting an H here. E-I-G-H-T. So that confirms it for me. Bat. Bath. Okay. And I don't see... I need to start looking for chess pieces. I don't see a chess piece. But now this is our only doorway. Now we are supposed to... Okay. 2 gem requirement. Dark room. Don't like that, but it does have doorways. But we can't see the floor plans. We don't know. We won't know what we're picking. And we won't be able to see the pictures in the darkroom unless we get the utility closet and turn on the power. So I'm not a big fan of doing the darkroom right now. So I'm going to do the redraw. Okay, observatory, 1 gem. But it doesn't dead end us just yet. And we have no more redraw, so we might get stuck with a dead end room here. So this has a we've gotten a K for this room before, so we're just going to reconfirm the K. I have jotted down the White Knight. So it should be a K. So these are peaks and P's. The difference is a K. True statement. Still don't know what this does. Well, we have a metal detector, so maybe there's a coin somewhere. We're going to go up here just in case. The game is not usually putting extra stuff on like this, the second or third, stories up. It's usually on the ground story of the room you walk into. But, I'm willing to spend the few extra seconds it takes to, double check these things. The twins. Okay, nice. Because we have a sledgehammer. A key, awesome. Farmer's apple. Okay. That's nice. So here's what we're going to do. We have no gems. So this is our last doorway. We're not going to draft this doorway until we have gems. So we're going to come back down here to the entrance hall and get that chest, which will hopefully give us gems and maybe a reroll die. And also we will go ahead, because we'll be in the entrance hall anyway, we'll go ahead and leave and dig up the stuff in the root cellar. Just because it'll be probably more step efficient to do it then come back and do it later or after we've run out of. What we don't want to do is wait and be completely blocked out, and because we don't have something that we needed, then have a bunch of extra steps, then go to the root cellar and then find and dig up what we would have helped us, right? So we need resources now. Not keys as much, but we need access card. We need gems. Let's go on the hunt for those things. So we've got sledgehammer. Oh, a bunch of keys. Not the worst, but not gems. But now we got this one. Bunch of money, but I can't buy gems. If I could buy gems, that'd be awesome. But today, I cannot buy gems. So we're going to... The commissary was selling salt. I think it was selling a sledgehammer, but I've already got a sledgehammer. I don't think it changes what it sells throughout the day. So just because of a sledgehammer, I think it's still going to be selling a sledgehammer. I don't know that it's going to be selling gems. If we get really desperate, we'll go back to the commissary and see if they've changed their mind to decide to start selling gems. But I think it unlikely. So I'm going to spend some steps going back to the root cellar to dig up, because I have a shovel now, dig up all of those spots and hope we get gems at some point. I really want gems. It's a coin. Rock. But experiment was successful. We dug up trash, so we get a benefit for that. Pebbles. That also does our... So we're getting some reroll dice is what we're getting, which is nice. Key. Turnip. Okay. So... the reroll dice is good. It's not gems, but it means that we're not necessarily going to be frozen out on this one remaining open doorway. We have a chance. So you're saying I have a chance. I'm going to do a wish while I'm here. I think with the wish, what can happen is I think with the pump house, we could maybe drain the fountain and come out and we'll find all those coins that, you know, just sitting there from previous wishes. So I think it might just be storing a coin for another day. I'm guessing. But when I have 22 coins and not a whole lot to spend coins on right now, I'm willing to, you know, just do it for the lulz, do it for the lulz. Coming back through here. Don't need to do anything in the security room still. All right. We have a couple rerolls. We can, we don't have a gem. We don't want to... Okay. This would dead end us. So we are going to... All of these would dead end us. So we're going to redraw. We would lose 2 feet, but we would have an exit here. Secret passage. Its exit goes this direction, which isn't useful. So I'm going to do the gymnasium, lose, you know, the 2 feet, because it lets me go up this way. And I expect there's pictures in here that make an N. That's what I'm expecting. I'm saving my remaining, you know, reroll for, again, dire straits. Not the band, the circumstance. Lock. Clock. Okay, it's not an N. It's a... I expected it to be an N for like the word rank, but I guess I was wrong because that's clearly clock and lock with the difference of a C. So what word starts with an R, ends in a CK, potentially has, it's R blank, maybe A, and then CK. Huh. That is not... And there's no chess piece here, right? Oh, let's get the running shoes. I don't know what they're useful for. I mean, they haven't been useful to me yet, but no reason to leave them behind. Why a C? I mean, there's no way for this to be an N, right? It's clock and lock. So it's a C. I just really expected being in. Okay. So now we're down to one doorway. We'd like to connect up over here. And, you know, over here and here if possible. We'd like a four-way right here. Huh. I wonder if it's something, if it's a word that ends in R and then B for back and then like B-A-C-K, back. Back 8 safes? I don't know. I don't know. We need to get more of the message. We don't have any more gems. Library is good. We like a library. I'm not going to redraw this. I realize we're not connecting the foundation, but library is good. We can still go this way and try to get up over here. With the locksmith, what I would be able to do is buy a special key, but I'd have no more doorways in which to use it at the moment. Well, also I don't have a gem, so I can't do a locksmith at the moment, but maybe later. I have this compass, so I'm supposed to be, you know, greater chance of, you know, rooms exiting north, but... And I could do the spare room and go up here, but the library was more useful. Flame. Oh, fire and fur. This is fire. And this is fur. So... I think it's fire versus fur. I think this is meant to be like a fir tree, and that's meant to be fire, because flame and don't know, so be like tree. No, I think it's flame, and I think it's fire and fur. Go over here. We've read this. We've read this. So let's do Swimbird. That's what we will request. I'm going to do a quick tour upstairs, and because I can, I think I might look at my stats real quick, just because I'm feeling curious. Just day 16 was a good day, so. All right, we've spent 27 hours so far. Longest day was day 16, which is 7 hours. Average day is an hour and a half, so yeah. And keys turn, gems used. I'm still sore about screwing up that one parlor. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, wait a minute. So Baronhood passes, so Thomas was the Baron, so Herbert is now the Baron. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Baron Sinclair and Herbert Sinclair are probably still the same person in messages because Herbert's now the Baron because his father, Thomas, was the previous Baron. Okay. Duh. Alright. Oh, stamp collection. So I need stamps. Okay. I've done a bunk room. And I've done a furnace. I've just never done a freezer. Alright. Alright, so we've got this doorway. We've got one reroll die, no gems. Okay, so wine cellar dead ends us. They give us 3 gems, but it dead ends us, so that's not cool. Conference room does not dead end us. This we don't have a gem anyway, but that would dead end us. I don't need to do that because from here the only place I could go is up, and this lets me do that. So we got a bunch of keys. We've not come across locked doors yet. I need gems. Okay, pictures. Desert or dunes. Oh, and sand and that's how I'm interpreting that. Sand versus and is an S. But that kills my theory about R being the last letter of a word because there's no word that ends in ESR. So. All right, so now we got to go over here. And this is our... Okay, use a key, that's fine. Would love to do the drawing room. Don't have a gem. Chapel, I'm willing to pay for. Corridor, no, I'm willing to pay for the chapel today, definitely. I got extra money, and I'm finding more money with my modes. Oh, I get to dig tin can, but that gives us another reroll die. So that's actually good. That it was trash. We've seen a statue of her. We have a letter with her Roman numerals on it, right? We have this letter. Oh, more coins. And another dig spot. Replacement key for the key we just used. Okay, but no gems, no gems. Let's try to go this way because I want to get to the foundation. Pool. I have no gems. Shit. I'd love to do the pool. I would love to do the pool because then that would let me do the pump room, but I have no gems. I could break her box. We still have a puzzle to solve in the breaker box. Yeah, let's do the breaker box. That's a cart. Cart and chart is an H. What ends in HN? Because there was an N at the chapel, right? H, the end of one word, N, the beginning of a next word, maybe? All right. I did look at pictures in the chapel, right? I don't want to walk back there just yet. Oh, it has a white bishop in the chapel. Okay, so we'll turn off the power there. Turn on the power of the garage. Turn off power to the gymnasium so that if I walk back through it, maybe it doesn't cost me extra steps. Or reveal something by turning off the power. I don't know. But now I want to do the vac indicator. So we were given instructions on this puzzle. Sorry, I'm trying to read my notebook here. Okay, fuse box instructions. Green, pushing green goes to blue. Pushing blue next to red changes the red to purple. 5 purple needed to activate 6 purple. Okay. I thought pushing green went to blue. Is it green next to something else? It goes to blue. Did I write my fuse box down instructions down wrong? I'm all of a sudden not able to get a blue. Okay, so all to green, then okay, so that's all purples. I need to add that to my fuse box instructions notes. Now, the code, fuse box code, we were told on a previous day, on an early day, what that code was supposed to be. Where's that note? Okay. The code is supposed to be, so we got them all the purple, which should make white available. And then we need off blue, green, white, red, purple. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. Okay. Off blue, green. Off blue, green. This needs to be white. This is tricky. I got them all to purple. I don't. Why is this so difficult for me? I literally got fuse box instructions. Where did I get those fuse box? I thought I wrote them down. Did I not write all of them down? Where were those fuse box instructions? I swear I wrote them down. There weren't that many of them. Like the vault, where our mailroom. I don't know how to reset this. Okay, let's try to go. We're all blues. Purple. Okay. And for the code we need, so that one's white, so leave that be. White, red, purple. Okay. White, red, purple. So now we need this one to be green, blue, and we need this to be off. Oh, geez, that was difficult. Okay. But we did it. And then ooh, we get an income of, okay, opened gemstone cavern. So we will have we will start each day with 2 gems. That's awesome. We open the gemstone cavern. Whew, that's cool. Very cool. Today was worth it just for that. We solved that puzzle. We left that off. We left gymnasium off. Okay. I'm gonna double check. Did we see art here? Not today, but I have, oh, wait a minute. Okay, there was no art here today, but there was art in a room in this location on a previous day, because that's where I got my N. Right? So some other room here gave me an N for this. In fact, it was the aquarium. Yeah, on day 16, in this position. In this position was the aquarium, and from there we got an N. Which doesn't pair well with the H, but we'll see. So from here, we're going to try to go up here. Don't want to dead end us. Don't want to dead end this. Don't have a gem anyway. Don't want to spend a reroll. So we're going to do the corridor. Oh, it flashed running shoes, so maybe it didn't charge us a step for this. So what is this? This is cliffs and coast, right? Difference of an S. Okay. Billiard room is nice. Yeah, we'll do a billiard room. That pane, window pane, and plane. For an L, that's what I think. I'm going to put a question mark next to it, but pane, window plane. No, plane, window pane. Plane, pane. Let's do the billiard puzzle. Probably give us a key. We've got a lot of keys. So. Seven. 12 minus 10 is 2. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is... No, 20 divided by 5 is 4. 14 minus 2 is... Oh, 14 minus 2 is 12. Times 2 is 24 divided by... So 14 minus 2 is 12. Times 2 is 24. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And then... Oh, I clicked 13 instead of 7. Okay. 7. It's starting me over again. I just clicked the wrong thing. I did the math right, but clicked 13 instead of 3. Um, 3 is down here. Access card, yay! So, security room is all the way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So before I go over here, I'm going to go back to this security room and make security doors more prevalent. Now, because I've got a bunch of keys, if I start running out of keys, I'll do that, but it might be a moot point. Well, yeah, because I don't want to waste another 14. So we'll do that if we end up being desperate. I don't have a gem. So this would dead end us because I can't do this. I don't have a gem. Great Hall. We have 9 keys. We'll do ourselves a great haul. I might need some special keys, which I could only get from a locksmith, but I don't have any gems, but maybe one of these doors will have gems. First of all, are there no pictures here? I'm not seeing any pictures here. I mean, unless I'm blind, I'm not seeing any pictures here. Maybe behind one of these doors will be pictures. Okay, that's where we could go on to the next room over there. Let's not do that just yet. Oh, there's pictures. Okay. Flan and fan. There we go. It's an L. Flan and fan. Oh, I'm going to put a question mark by it just in case, but I'm pretty sure that's flan and fan. Difference of an L. I want a gem. We'll open this. So this is open. Let's attempt to go this way. No, I want to see this. It should be. Yeah, let's open this one. Oh, shit. I really need a gem. I don't want to waste my last reroll. I need a gem. We can go back to the utility closet and turn on the power, which we are going to do. It's still a dead end, but I want to see the pictures in here. So we're going to spend some steps to go back to the utility closet, turn on that power. Because we want to get the letter. Power on. Are there not pictures? I assumed there would be pictures. Huh. There's no art. No, there is. I'm sure there is. Here we go. Stag, stage. That's a difference of an E. Stag and stage. Alrighty. So we spent some steps just to get that letter, but that's okay. Back to the Great Hall. I need a gem. Okay, dining room. We'll do dining room. Because if we reach one more rank, it'll give us more feet. Plus, it has other doorways. Paint. Pint. Right? That's a pint of beer, and this is paint. Paint and pint is a difference of an A. Which makes sense because it's LL, so it's going to be hall. Something hall, right? Do I see chess pieces? I don't see a chess piece. No, there it is. It's a white pawn. I should have looked in the... I forgot to look in the dark room. I'm not going to backtrack. I just got to keep reminding myself to look for those chess pieces also. Let's try to go up so that we can get... Well, we've got 2 opportunities to go up, so let's try to go over first. I don't have a gem. I won't spend my last... Okay, so we're going to get some extra feet this way, but it's going to dead end us in that direction. Gem. We got a gem. It's a gem. It's 1 gem, but that's good. Clock and tie. Oh, time and tie. That's an M. I wanted an H, but it looks like an M because it's time and tie. So, mall? Well, there is a location in town that is something mall, right? So, okay. Last key. The mechanarium has 1 door for each cog room in your house. I have 3. And we've not been in the mechanarium, so... Or 4, because it's going to count itself. So that's like 4. So yeah, we like this. It's a new space. Not access card spaces, so it might require keys. First of all, I don't see any artwork. Oh, the floor is like moving. Are we standing on glass and seeing gears, or that's cool. Oh. So that's locked. Okay. Locked. So, would it open with a key? Drawing room. Yeah, we like this. Crow and Crown. Crow and Crown, so that is an N. I mean, there's all these other pictures, but I think these are the two that are like called out right now. I believe so. And I don't see any gems or keys. I'd love a key at this point. Well, gem or key. At this point. Locked. Okay, this is locked. That's locked. I don't have a way to get keys. I maybe should have gone down to security room and made key card doors more likely, because then it, because I have a key card that I've yet to use today, and maybe I wouldn't have run out of keys. Okay, I can't. There's no other doorway. I have nothing left to dig up, I don't think. I haven't missed any dirt piles anywhere, have I? My items... I've already remote accessed, so what I cannot do is I cannot come down here to remote access the office and do anything that way, or the shelter, do anything that way, because I've already done my remote access. I burned it, unfortunately, on the security room that I then just immediately drafted. I burned my one offline remote access in the lab, and then immediately drafted for the security room, and then immediately drafted the security room. Oh, it was so unfortunate. Trying to think. Well, I have steps, so I will come down here to security room, change its thing, for lulls. I mean, I don't see a keyhole. It just says locked. I don't see a keyhole. But presumably if I had a key, it would let me. Come here, eat meal, get more steps. Because I can just go outside. Gonna have dinner. I do not see a key. I didn't see a chess piece in the drawing room. I really didn't. Maybe I missed it. I have so much money. We'll find out what turning power off in the gymnasium does. You turn off power in the gymnasium. What's that do? Does that just mean it doesn't cost us the extra 2 steps? Is that all that means? Maybe. I hoped that it would open up something, but it doesn't look like that it has. Balls aren't clickable. Okay. Just, you know, checking. I've got extra feet today, so. We're going to go to the observatory. Go to security, and then for shits and giggles, what we're going to do is just increase the frequency of access card doors, even though we have no more doorways. Oh, I want to view estate inventory, just make sure I didn't miss anything. There's a gem somewhere that I missed. I missed a gem somewhere. Probably somewhere along the path that I could have picked it up and used it when I was complaining that I had no gems. Somewhere I missed a gem. I don't know where. That's annoying. That's annoying that I missed a gem. Very annoying. I'm going to go to the commissary, just make sure they haven't changed their mind and decided to sell me keys today. They weren't. But, you know, I've got feet to spare. I didn't miss a gem in one of these. No? It's going to annoy me that I missed a gem. It's really annoying me. Because I'm always looking for those gems. So to just have blatantly missed one. You got a bunch of money? You gonna sell me anything useful? No. Sure, I'll buy the salt shaker just to say that I did it. Just to say that I bought it. I bought out the commissary. I don't need it for anything today, but just to say that I've done it. We're gonna go explore that outdoor space that was opened up for us. Let's explore that. Gemstone Cavern. Ooh. Yeah. Ah, we've done our 4th flame. Ooh. I love it. Awesome. We need a key, but awesome. Looks like we need a special key, but awesome. Here is the last of the equipment for the new mine. Okay, so I'm gonna write. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave walls, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us up here. So Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now there's still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. Okay. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Okay, note. 2 other ways to get to other side of blocking minecart at reservoir. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. I don't have any keys. I don't have any way to get keys today. So I'm guessing it will require a special key, not just a regular key. But I still want to just go take a look at it because I have a bunch of extra feet anyway. So might as well. So we're going to come over here. Is that a keyhole? No? Ooh. Cool. Okay. I have these extra feet. Our day is not over just yet. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're in these caverns. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Ooh, cool. Scripps and Redford Mining Company. Okay. Okay. Huh. Oh, but we're not done yet. We continue on. This is so cool. So cool. Look at this. Look at this. So cool. And continuing on. There's a door. Continuing on. Look. Realms and something. Signals of the past and present by Professor Williard. Then Aries, Robert Bird and Sons, 1905. I'm writing all that down because it might lead to puzzle. Okay. Blah blah blah. Of the first era found blah blah. Either of natural zone creation or custom. With the aid of, they did this in order that the realm might not be unnecessary by some. Historically speaking, okay, so the sigils were used so that their the secrets of their realm might not be okay. To obscure secrets of the realm. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture. And predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils. Those crude circular marks of a designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Okay, so got I'm doing a very crude representation of that one there with the whole the sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol, identify the individual elements that make the whole. Each sigil is composed of four things: the core, dividing lines, or arrays, moats, and border. Okay. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it's important to be able to distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Okay. So we've got, so for core, we've got this is going to be Orendia. And then we've got the pentagram. Is that's, and then we've got the, and this is going to be, and then what I've been calling the V is, so for our different flags, this is, and then the mountain, what I've been calling the mountain is like Aries or R or something or other. So let's fill this in from our previous history book. So we've got, for the realms, we've got Arch Aries. Oh, okay, so yeah, so the mountain one is Arch Aries. We've got Raja. It's like the arrow glass. Or hourglass one. I don't see anything like corresponding nuance or whatever, but yeah. Yeah. So FE and CON are core. Is that an R or an N? So I think the FE is Fen. So then I just don't know what the CON or COR is. Because I thought Nuance was the name of a realm. I'll come back to that later. Okay, let's move on with the rest of this. The rays, forth from the core will come dividing line, splitting signal from one signal to another, different number style, and the differences in these immediately reveal several things. Counting the reveal transmit. Ship routes, 8 rays on these carriages. Here, look at the. Okay. Okay, so the raise information is like, I don't know that we got raise information. Travel related? Maybe? Directions related? Maybe? Okay, so then we've got the... Okay, so wavy ray heat lines rainy The lightning is stormy. So the jagged lightning ones are for stormy, and then we've got the dotted ray, snow, bent curved lines, windy, okay, and then we've got moats, on each sigil floating beneath the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. So, stars. Tribal. Hunter-gatherer. Like an egg shape. With 3 dots. Architect or agricultural. Harvest and farming. Okay, and then we've got the, what I was calling the mountain is actually just double triangles. Martial. Militaristic. And then we've got the whole whatever we want to call this thing, metropolitan. Large city-state. And we got the 3 lines. Academic. Center of knowledge. And then we've got the square with a dot is industrial. Engineering driven. And then we've got the circle divided and then dots. It's spiritual. Elevated reverence. For nature / animals. And then you got the flower. Looking thing. So poetic. Advancement in arts. Literature, music, and language. Okay. All right, next element is the border. Which is around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders also always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Okay. So. Um, I'm drawing like these things on the yeah, in my notes. If you're wondering what I'm doing. So that would mean that at the start of this book, the way I would read this sigil is, so wavy line. So it's the Red Nation history of Orendia. So history of Orendia, Red Nation flag. Okay. Saw themselves as martial, militaristic. And then the rays, not sure what the straight line ray would be. Yeah, because we don't have an example of like the straight line that we're missing those pages. Putting it all together. By studying the core Rays, moats, and border. You should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Except that I don't know what these rays are. And then this scratched out red banners. Because it's, well, is the red banner. And then also fog. Not sure about that note there. Okay. Some cool information. Is that the end? Is that as far as we can go? For now, at least. I think so. Okay. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. We can come back down here and look at that book again as need be. Because there's more areas to explore, to get down to more arcades to go, you know, access. Potentially. Ooh, I missed this. Did I miss anything else, or is this the only doorway I missed? I'm gonna go to the cool looking place. Don't think otherwise. But I just want to make sure I'm not missing. I missed it on first glance, so I'm making sure I didn't miss any other cool entryways. I'd like to get one of these helmets with the light, like working. There's one over here, but I don't think I could pick it up, and I don't think, right? Yeah. Shoot. Just let me pick up one of those miner helmets with the lights and use it. So I can explore the dark tunnel area. Did I pass it again? I did. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I walked all around there, so we're gonna go up here. Ah, chessboard. With white pawn, knight, bishop, rook, king, and queen. So we know where some of these go, maybe. Although I have multiple places for the white pawn to go. We're going to put a white knight. There. We're going to put the white bishop not there. There. Then we put the white pawn. Like I said, I thought I had multiple places to put the white pawn. Am I trying to make checkmate for where the black queen is, maybe? We noted, we saw where a black, like, I thought it was a queen, but it might have been the king. Where was that? Was that not the study? Black queen, yeah. Chessboard with black queen at d8. So A, B, C, D, E. Oh, well, that was on a regular chessboard, and this is not a regular chessboard, so that doesn't quite apply. So I think this is find where these things go. I don't like that there's two spots that light up for the pawn. I mean, it'd be fine if I had two pawns, but I don't. Okay, I've literally tried every position for that one. This might get boring because I'm literally gonna... Ooh. Okay. I'll come back to that. I just want to see if there's any other spots. It might be find in a single day rooms that have each of these pieces, and then you have to put the piece on one of the rooms that has it. And so if you can't place the piece, it's because you haven't, like I couldn't place the king because I didn't encounter a room with a king in it today, maybe. That might be what's going on. Like probably, likely. So what I will do, since this can go here, is I will go back in the entrance hall, and then I'm going to go to the room, you know, right in front of the entrance hall and verify that there's a rook there. Meanwhile, let's see if the queen goes anywhere. Yeah, these pieces might be tied to a particular room, not a particular room location. So it might be like I have to jot down every day where those pieces are. To figure out the code, the chess code for that day. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to verify that there's a rook right in that room there. I believe there probably will be. And there just wasn't a room with a king and queen today. That's my belief, but there's nothing else to see there. All right. But still, this has been a good day. One of our longer days. Not our longest, but one of our longer days. Day 16 was our longest day, 5 hours. I mean, literal 5 hours real world time. If you watched it, you know, 5 hours. I was hungry, I was tired, my dog was annoyed with me for not, you know, for ignoring her for so long and not taking care of her to her satisfaction. First, before I go back, I'm going to just verify that nothing's gonna change. Nothing's changed over here. It's still dark. Okay, got it. That's so cool. We did the fourth flame. We've got this elevator that we can use. That's so cool. All right. Yep. There it is, the white rook. Verified. So what I'm missing is I'm missing a queen and a king today. So on future days, I need to try to find room, at least one room with each of those, you know, chess piece types, so that I can go unlock that puzzle down there. Is there anything else I can do in the house today? Anything else? I was not able to get to the foundation. I'm not, I don't have keys. I don't have a way to get keys. There is a gem somewhere. I could find the gem, but then I wouldn't be able to keep the gem. So I think I'm going to save us all a bunch of time and just call it a day. I mean, last thing I'm going to do before calling day is just walk back over here. Leave no stone unturned. Yep, cannot get across there. We have to come from the other side. Here's the footbridge. Nothing more to do in here. Alrighty. I'm gonna let's do it. And we have all of our permanent additions because there's only space for 4 and we've got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And starting day 17, no, this is day 17. Starting day 18, not only will have an allowance of 2 coins, but we'll also start with 2 gems, which would be nice. Okay. We're calling it a day. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Mount Holly Respectable Villa, 29 rooms. Rank reached 8. Steps taken 93. We did unlock a door to the antechamber, but we weren't able to connect up to it. Items found 5. New rooms 2. Not a bad day overall. All righty. Well, thank you and have a good one.